Ripple Effect, which is one of the studios working on Battlefield 6, said that they're going to make some changes to the UI, but they will not be rebuilding it from scratch. And I think a lot of people are going to be happy to hear this, but I don't know how many changes we're really going to see. They said the UI inside of Battlefield 6 will receive a few changes based on some of the biggest feedback, but they have no plans to rebuild their menu from scratch between now and launch. Of course, this is coming from the technical director. It admits it's probably still going to be a little bit clunky when they launch, but they're going to continue to improve it going forward. So hopefully we'll get a complete redo of the UI system at some point within Battlefield 6's life cycle. I'm not really sure why they decided to go with the what I call when it's this kind of panels, the way it scrolls over, looks like Hulu or Netflix to me. You know, when you're just scrolling, looking for something to watch. That's the kind of UI that Battlefield had. It's just kind of those blocks. You scroll over to this thing, and it just does not look very good to me. I don't know what happened to that kind of just straight up and down UI we used to have, where you kind of click on the left of the screen to what you want to play, what you want to do. It looks a lot cleaner, and a lot of people in the community had made some UI changes of their own and submitted them to DICE and EA of kind of like what they would want to see. And I'm assuming they're taking a lot of this feedback seriously. They know that the community does not like the UI. And I know that's not really a big thing for a lot of people. That's not a game breaker by any means. I really don't know of anybody that's not going to buy the game because of the UI, but you still want to have something that is very easy to access, nice to look at, and not very clunky. And the UI within Battlefield 6 during the beta was very clunky feeling. Like I said, I'm just not a big fan of that tile look. Hopefully, I don't think that will change right off the bat, at launch like they said, but hopefully that will change going forward. I would like to see a cleaner, nicer looking UI. Like I said, personally for me, everything kind of scrolled where you can scroll up and down on the left. You just have your different options there. It's one of the best ways to do it, but a lot of games nowadays have gone with that whole tile idea, and it's just not for me. Some of you may like it, but I'm just never really enjoyed it in any game I've played. We'll have to wait and see what other kind of UI improvements they make as well, because I think some UI improvements definitely need to be made to the settings menu. The settings menu in Battlefield has gotten way out of hand, in my opinion anyway, where they have all the different settings broken up into too many different areas to access them. Like during the Battlefield 6 beta, if you actually were over there working on your controller settings, there's already tons and tons of settings you can change. The dead zone settings were completely in a different spot, which a lot of people didn't even know where to find them. So I think they need to somehow make them into a more of a compact style menu, I guess is what I would say. Have everything that is a controller setting in one menu, where you don't have to click on things to expand another menu to make an advanced menu, or however they want to word it. I don't really like that, because a lot of people will skip over things and not realize it. I've done it myself in Battlefield games before, and I'm just not a big fan of how they've adopted that idea of these expanded menus where you have to click on one thing and it expands it into other stuff, and they hide certain things in this spot. It's just a lot of crap to have to go through, and hopefully those UI changes will be implemented as well. I don't think we'll see those at launch either, but the devs have also mentioned that they're working on a better way to access just regular game settings. And even on PC, I know they have a lot of problems, because you're going to have different things than we do here on console, where you can access graphics and stuff like that. So the settings on PC, there's even more there. But just for base controller settings, I think that's too much. I think there's too many menu options in general inside of Battlefield now when it comes to settings. And I think they could definitely tone it down a bit and, like I said, kind of compact some of those settings within the UI a little bit better. But overall, it looks like the dev team is definitely listening to a lot of the feedback that they got from the beta, and I think that is a great thing. As long as they continue to do that after the game launches, I think Battlefield 6 is going to be in a really good state for a really long time. Anyway, leave me a comment with your thoughts, and I'll catch you all next time. Peace.